Hola and welcome to BCA Virtual Orientation. I'm Mrs. Gonzalez and I'm so excited to be back in the classroom and awaiting my wonderful students who I've missed during this COVID situation. I'd like today to share some information that will help get our school year started. I'm going to share a PowerPoint with some of the things that we are expecting from our students during the school year. And also, I will be sending home an information packet that will give you more information, including the class uh, syllabus, so that you understand what our Spanish program is all about. And please take the time to read it because it will really give you a picture of what your student is going to receive during the school year. Our Spanish program is a very verbal program. And one of the things that you will notice is the requirement that will be placed on them, on the students, to participate, to be engaged in the class. It will be part of their grade. And so I'm hoping that you'll take the time to go through that syllabus and understand what this program is all about. I'm going to share with you a PowerPoint so we can go through some of this information and hopefully you will be ready. Again, my name is Mrs. Gonzalez. My email address is rgonzalez@victorylakeland.org. Telephone extension is 381. Please feel free at any time to email me. My goal is to respond to all emails as soon as possible within a 24-hour window. I do teach Spanish 1 and 2 and art, high school art, which I'm excited about also this year. Let me share a little bit about myself. I've been teaching for 19 years and I was born in San Juan, Puerto Rico. I came to the United States when I was 8 years old and I had the experience of coming to a country where I did not know the language and had to learn it in a year's time and was immersed in it in such a way that I was able to learn in a year. So I totally understand what your students will experience, especially our Spanish 1 students, trying to learn a new language, but it's going to be exciting. And I'm totally convinced that by the end of the school year, they will be able to speak Spanish as fluent as possible. I've been married for 41 years to a wonderful, wonderful man. We have 4 children, 4 sons, and they have given me 7 wonderful, beautiful grandchildren. I love to travel, and I love art and cooking because I do a lot of it with my big family. Let me give you a list of the supplies that you will be needing for the school year. The first thing and absolutely mandatory is a Spanish and English dictionary. And we will be using those a lot in class and outside of class. So every student is required to have one. And due to the COVID situation, they're not allowed to share in class. So it is very important that they have their own. They will also need a 3-ring binder or notebook with pockets to keep their work. Also, a writing composition where they will keep all the vocabulary, structures, stories, and so forth, and notes that we'll have during class. Pen, pencil, red pen if possible. Definitely need 2 packets of index cards for studying. Every student should have an email address for online learning tools. As you have probably heard from many of the teachers during this virtual orientation, we have started a new platform here at BCA for communicating with parents and with students, and they are able to send work through this platform, Schoolology. And we're definitely going to be using that, and I'm very excited about being able to communicate in a way that it's more accessible for you as parents and our students. I also am going to require for them to have color pencils. We have several projects that we're going to be working on, and I'd love to have them be able to have the color pencils to work on these projects. How will I be grading your students? We're going to have classwork. Definitely the classwork will involve bell work, which is something that I give credit for on a daily basis. Bell work is a review of what we learned the previous day. So that will be, I will be giving points for that. Also will have classwork, but one of the biggest things during class time will be the participation with the students. And again, you will see that through the syllabus and through the information that will be sent home with them. But participation is very, very important because our program is very engaging. It's a program that's very verbal, and it is my requirement is that they participate in class, that they're focused, they're engaged, they're excited, that they're not distracted in any way. So part of that participation grade is going to be behavioral, how they behave in class, how well prepared they are, and so forth and so on. So please make sure that you're reading the information that I'm sending home. They're also going to have projects, which will be 25% of the grade, and the testing. They will have 2 tests for every lesson or story that we will learn. They will have a verbal and a time right. And this is very important that they take the time to study at home. I don't give a whole lot of homework per se, because I know there's probably no one at home to help them with that. But they do have vocabulary instructions for each of these stories, and they're going to need to review at home and review their story daily. My classroom expectations is the student responsibility. I need them speaking Spanish. Again, participation is really big. So I will be speaking Spanish to them. They will need to respond in Spanish. They need to be respectful of themselves, of me as a teacher, and their classmates in their school. They're to come to class prepared and ready to go with materials that they need to work. They must pay attention during the lesson. It's very, very important. They need to participate actively. In the program, the way it's set up, everybody responds at the same time, and then they will respond individually. So that is very important. They need to participate actively. They need to spend at least 15 minutes a day outside of the class, outside of school, reviewing the story, reviewing the vocabulary. They need to complete all their assignments. Again, bell work is really important, and they need to turn that in on a daily basis so that I can see whether or not they were able to capture and acquire the language, the target language that was being taught to them the day before. They need to practice and redo everything until they understand it. And absolutely, they need to attend class every day. The classroom procedures, and mostly this is academic integrity. Academic integrity is being honest and responsible with regards to their work, and anything that you have found somewhere else is credited to its source. Students will receive a non-negotiable 0 on any assignment in which academic integrity has been breached. You may not copy another student's work or allow someone else to copy yours. You may not use online translators to write sentences or essays. You must cite any website, book, article, etc., for which you've gathered information. There will be some projects and some work that will be done that I'm expecting my students to try to pull on what they have learned, the language that they have acquired. I do use an app called Duolingo that they will be using in class and outside of class. It's also a practice of the Spanish that they're learning. There's assignments that will be attached to it. So it's important that they get this app. It's a free app, okay? And that's some of the information that I wanted to share with you ahead of time so that the students will be ready to come in and ready to work on the 20th. We're looking forward to an exciting new year. And again, I'm sending more information. Please take the time at the end of the packet. There is a form that I would like for you to sign and send back to me that you have read it and understood it. Again, looking forward to seeing my wonderful students, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.